Greetings and welcome to STL Soccer Talk, the video edition. She is Beth O'Malley, I'm Tom Timmermann, and welcome to a historic edition of STL Soccer Talk.
We say it every week, and every week it's true.
We wouldn't lie to you. Our credibility is important. I stress that. I can't stress it enough. So we're coming off, or on Wednesday night, City not looking good in a 3-0 loss at Vancouver. But you know what? It didn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It was totally irrelevant. The Western Conference standings have not changed a lick because of that result. St. Louis City SC still in first place in the Western Conference, and they will remain in first place in the Western Conference for as long as this season goes on. How about that?
They will always be in first place. Not always, but in the history books.
In 2023,
they
will forever be in first place. Really an amazing thing, and you could dwell on the Vancouver loss, but
let's not.
But let's not. So St. Louis City is the first Major League expansion team, and there have been a lot of Major League Soccer expansion teams. The first one to finish first in the regular season in their conference. As someone whose mind boggles easily, it's a mind-boggling development.
If you listen to the podcast, there's a moment where it kind of like hits me, and you'll hear it, and we'll talk about it in the podcast. But Tom has been around a little bit longer than I have, following MLS soccer. It's been a really fun season. It's been a fun season for fans. I'm sure it's been a fun season for the players.
You're having a good time.
Yeah. Very few people expected this going in, that they would be in first place. So to be here is pretty phenomenal. And the question now is, will St. Louis host a MLS Cup game?
It's possible. They would need a lot of help to do it, but as the Western Conference champion, if some of the top teams in the East are knocked off, they conceivably could host it, which would be one, amazing, and two, probably really cold, since it's at the beginning of December.
Yes.
When that game is played.
But they do have home advantage for the first round, at least.
They have home field advantage for as long as they are in until they get to MLS Cup. First round, second round, third round, everything but the championship game. And then to get it, then they would have to, one, get that far, and two, have Cincinnati and maybe Orlando, depending on how it plays out in the weeks ahead. But they have home field in the Western Conference playoffs as long as that goes on, and that is something. They set the record for most wins by an expansion team. They are 2 points away from the record for most points by an expansion team, and they would really like to get that, because it would consolidation of records is important. And this way you don't have, they won more games, but LAFC in 2018 had more points. Which one? They just want to eliminate that conversation by coming out against Seattle on in the last day of the season and getting that win. But there's a wait. There's a 17-day gap in between games.
Right.
By this, a schedule prepared by Rosemary Woods, apparently.
And during that gap, Bloom gets to head back to South Africa.
Yeah, Jabula Bloom has been called in for South African couple friendly matches they have as they prepare for the African Cup of Nations next year. And this is a good chance, and he won't be missing any games because of this break they have in the schedule. So that works out quite well for him. It's an amazing time, and it's a chance. City's going to have a chance to kind of refresh and regroup here. This time off, Roman Berkey got Wednesday off, but then they can play probably the first, whatever is the first unit, and who's to say at this point in time what the first unit is. But they can go out with whoever they want in that final game of the regular season, and then have a week or so to be ready for the start of the playoffs, which it's amazing. They have one regular season game left, and then the playoffs, which the playoffs are still actually a long way away, because they have 17 days, and then it'll be another week. I mean, almost a month before the playoffs begin. But when they do begin, St. Louis City SC will be there and will be the #1 seed in the Western Conference.
Incredible.
And
when they get there, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Covering it for the paper.
Yeah, you'll probably be there too, though.
I hope so.
Yes. Well, it's the beauty of it is they're all home games.
Well,
all but one. They will have to make one road trip in the first round because it's a best of 3. So there will be one trip. But other than that, right now one of the happiest guys, maybe my boss, Roger Hensley, because there will be no road games. This is our travel budget's best friend. So But in any case, anything else you'd like to say on this?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
We're good. In any case, you can listen to us talk for more on the audio version of the podcast, in which case you miss out though on, well, we still have witty banter on the podcast,
we
but
do.
we can't see us laughing at
Right.
each other.
No.
So you miss that. But anyway, subscribe to the Post-Dispatch because there are things that we don't even talk about on the podcast that are in print or online. STLtoday.com. Support local journalism. Subscribe. Help us all out. And until next week, be seeing you.